welcome to Catherine's Flavours of the World with Viking.TV. And I've developed some delicious recipes to whet your appetite to explore the Arctic with Viking cruises, a voyage of a lifetime. Let's start with the appetizer, and I am preparing mussels. Now typically in the Arctic the mussels are actually blue mussels, but of course I have Irish mussels. Why wouldn't I? And I'm going to make a lovely sauce with leeks, with some Irish cider, a little bit of bacon, which is optional, and some lovely double cream, Irish of course. Let's start with the mussels. Here I have my beautiful bowl of mussels. There's about 4 pounds of mussels here. And I'm going to just coat them in some water, cold water. You can do this in your sink as well. But what we want to do is we want to clean the mussels, and we want to make sure that any mussels that are open close up in the cold water. So we can give them a little stir around now. So this just gets rid of anything that may be stuck to the mussels, and it just helps them close. This is a very important step. And already they are closing. Let's put those aside and leave them for a few minutes and start making the base of our flavours. Now, the first thing we want to do is cook off our bacon. So we'll get our hob on here. And then I need a little bit of oil. You don't need too much. And I have my diced bacon. So I'll just wait for my oil just to warm up. And in the meantime, I have leeks. So we're just going to top and tail the leeks. You can use shallots either. I just want a lovely light kind of onion flavour, nothing too strong, and shallots and leeks will do that for you. I don't want this really sizzling. I can just put my bacon in and let it warm up in the oil. It's so lovely. Sometimes I do this exact same recipe with chorizo in here. Or if I wanted to make it meat-free and just focus on the fish, I might add some sun-dried tomatoes and some sliced olives in later in the recipe instead of the bacon, just to get that depth of flavour. Already smells delicious. Now, while the bacon is cooking, let's go back to our leek, and I want to prepare the leek. And if you look carefully inside a leek, there's all these little rings. And what you do is you cut with your sharp knife straight into the centre of the leek, all the way down, just to the centre, not through. Pull it back like that. And then you can fan it open. And then to wash it, you put it white side under the tap, and then anything trapped inside the leek will wash downwards, because the leek grows from the ground up and may take a little bit of soil with it as it grows. And now we can chop the leek. So we're going to get the point of the knife, and we're just going to chop just little rings like this all the way to the end. That'll do. Let's check on the bacon again. Okay, that's cooking nicely. We can set the leeks aside. The next ingredient is the garlic, because garlic and mussels work so well together. So we get the garlic on the edge of the board, and excuse the noise, you just whack it. And that's the easiest way to peel garlic. The skin literally just pops off. Super, now we can chop. That's just a rough chop. And now we need, straight from our garden, fresh parsley. So just roll up your parsley and chop it up. Like so. You don't need to worry about the parsley being incredibly fine. It goes into the pot. I have some finer parsley chopped already for garnish later. But this is going to cook in with the leeks and the garlic in stages. So already now we have some extra leeks here if I need them. I have leeks, garlic, parsley, cider, apple cider, and double cream. This is going to be delicious. Let's go back and check on our bacon. Right, that bacon is done now. So we can lift that out and start with cooking the leeks. So I just have a little paper towel here just to strain off the little bit of fat from the bacon. Now, that's lovely. Leave that there for a second. Now I need butter. Look at this gorgeous yellow butter. It's Irish butter. Of course it's yellow. Grass-fed butter. And we just warm that up. Now we don't want our butter to get too hot because it'll brown on us. We're just simply melting it. It's mixing with the oil and the leftover flavours from the bacon cooking. But we can get our leeks in now. We'll add in a few more because we like leeks. I'm just scraping the base of the pan with my wooden spoon to get that lovely salty caramelised flavour from the bacon. You can just see it at the bottom of the pan, and if I scrape with my spoon, it'll mix with the liquid, the juice from the leeks, and all those flavours will marry together beautifully. So we need to cook the leeks until they're absolutely gorgeously soft. Now my leeks are beautifully softened and I know they're going to be so sweet. So now it's time to add the next flavours in, and that will be our garlic. And I'll just turn up the heat a little bit for the garlic. And all of this beautiful parsley. We'll give that a quick stir. The garlic will cook so fast. It just smells so exotic. It's so lovely. Now, the next part of our sauce is Irish cider. You could use white wine if you didn't have cider, but in it goes. Now I do need to scrape the base of the pan to pick up all those flavours now that I have liquid in. And already you can see the colour of the cider darkening because it's picking up that lovely flavour from the leeks cooking, from the bacon and so on. That's lovely. Okay, I'm going to just leave that to simmer because now I want to prepare the mussels. So let me get this big bowl of mussels. Here we go. Right, what I need to do with these mussels, I need to check them. So I need to strain them off, and any that are cracked, I will discard, and any that haven't closed after I tap them on the counter, they'll be discarded also. But to my eye at the moment, every one of these looks perfect, except, oh, there's one. There was one. Let's see now. Let's test him. And we'll give him a few seconds to close. And if he's not closing, he's gone. Nothing happening there to my eye. I think that might be the one I'll be leaving behind. Let me go and strain these off and also get rid of the dirty water from them. Oh, wow. Now, one thing I did spot as I was working through them, I saw a broken shell. So I need to find it and see if I have a problem with any of them. See, there's a broken shell. So that's come from somewhere. Might not be in here, but it might be just happen to be in the pack. So any of them that are closed, they're going straight in. And if there's a beard on them, you can give, if you want to be a perfectionist about it, give that beard a little pull and it comes out. And then that makes that perfect. So let me get a bowl and I'll put the prepared ones in one bowl and the discarded ones in another bowl. Aha, there's a broken shell. So that cannot be cooked off. It is worth your while just taking a little bit of time to go through these. I know it might seem like a bit of extra work, but it's seafood and you just want to make sure everything is perfect when you're hosting everybody, all your friends and everything, of course, and your family. It doesn't take that long. You will come across some with barnacles. This shell is actually cracked, so that's gone. But there's a good example of a barnacle on one of the mussels. Do you know, I tend to leave them on. You can clean them off. You know, a sharp knife works well, or the shell of the mussel. But these aren't too bad. I mean, I've seen ones that have come like straight from the sea near me here in Wicklow town, and they're much bigger mussels, and they've had much longer time for the barnacles to develop. Now those I would clean up for sure, but these are just like tiny little things, and we're not eating the shells. And we don't want to make cooking mussels such an arduous task that we just don't do it. All we're doing is checking for beards and making sure we don't have any cracked ones, and any of them that are open have to close before we cook them. It's that simple. Last few, and they're all perfect. Now, let's visit our friends here. Okay, this one is closed, so that is perfect. This one has not closed. I will not be cooking that one either. And this one is still just barely open. I'm not going to chance it. So, away they go. And we're back over here now, and we need to tip these gently into our pan. Isn't that just such a good sound? Just going to mix the leeks in a little bit, just to spread that flavour. And then I have my bacon. Now, I'm not going to put all the bacon in. I want to keep a little bit for sprinkling on the top. So we just go with a bit of bacon there. That will do nicely. And just gently give this a mix around. Now, these need to open up. So I'm going to put the lid on. They need a bit of room to expand. So always make sure you've got a saucepan or a pan that has that space, and let these open up. They take a few minutes to open up, and then we can enjoy them immediately. I just need to add a bit of cream to the sauce. Let's have a look and see how we're getting on. Whoa, these look gorgeous. Now, some of them are opened and some of them haven't opened yet. It does take a little bit of time. So we've got to wait now for them all to open so we can serve them up. Let's get that lid back on and just let them simmer away there. So something else you need to remember when you're cooking mussels is you either give the pan a shake, and if you have a bigger pan, you can lift it up slightly in the air. You don't want to crack your mussels, or you lift the lid and you give them a little stir. See, like this. Because you don't want some of them trapped underneath that can't open because they're trapped in. But they're all done now. So let's have a look at them now. I mean, look, absolutely gorgeous. And the smell is so, so good. Now, next job, I'm going to strain these. So for that, I need a tea towel. The reason I want to strain them is I want to capture the liquid, and I want to make sure there's no bits of grit or anything in the liquid. And then I'm going to reuse that liquid to make my sauce. So now I've got most of the sauce off, and there's plenty of it. It's gorgeous, it's like a broth. So now I can put my mussels into my serving bowl, like this. I'll get the rest of them in a minute. Just leave that on that. Because this sauce is really important. Get your pan back on, get your sieved juice of the mussels that's mixed with all those gorgeous flavours and your cider back into your pan. Look at that, it looks so good. Irish cream. That's thick whipping cream, by the way. And give it a stir. Now, while that's cooking, I can get more of my mussels into my lovely serving bowl. Ooh, they're hot, hot, hot. You see, for me, more is more. You gotta pile this bowl really high, just like this. And then we have some lovely smoked bacon left, and you can just sprinkle that over the top like this. And then we can start ladling our sauce on. Let me tidy up a little bit now, because we're ready to serve. Now we have our broth, and you just go like this, look. You can, of course, do individual portions of this, but I just love the look of this just coming to the table and the broth just sitting at the bottom, and then you've got all that broth left at the end with the crusty bread to absolutely love. These mussels with Irish cider, smoked bacon and leeks. This is a dish and a half. It's some appetizer. Of course, you could use it as your entree. Let's put a little bit of parsley on just for colour and texture. And here they are, food fit for a voyage. These are my gorgeous mussels with Irish cider, cream, shallots, bacon. What more would you want? They are so delicious. And then enjoy them with crusty bread to soak up all that sauce. And of course, you got to finish with a glass of cider. But first, I got to try the mussels after all of this. Let's have a look. Oh, look at this. This is a beautiful meaty one. Look, it's so good. Get your fork, dig in. Off we go. Oh my goodness, it's so good. It's just got the sweet flavour of the sea mixed with the shallots and the cider. Absolutely perfect. Bon appetit. So for our main course or entree, I have a delicious lemon fennel hake with a beetroot and potato salad.